With more than 1.5 million people set to retire in the next 10 years and the labor pension fund running low, lawmakers from both sides of the aisle have come up with proposals to relieve the government's financial burden.
The Executive Yuan and Labour Ministry will eventually present a draft bill for pension reform to the Legislature by year's end.
This breakfast shop owner has been running her business for a dozen or so years. Upon hearing that the pension system may collapse if it is not reformed, she gets apprehensive.
I'm worried it would go to waste. If we don't get back what we put in, then it's like throwing money into a river. You can't get it back.
Back in 2017, there were already signs that there were more capital outflows than inflows in the nation's pension fund. In 2018, the government was in the red by 25.1 billion NT. Although there was an emergency allocation in the form of a 20 billion NT emergency fund, it was just a drop in the bucket. By using actuarial computation, the government found in a report that by 2022, just 543 billion NT will be left in the labour funds. And in 2026, the money will run dry.
When
the labor insurance pension scheme was passed in 2008, the multiplier used to determine monthly annuities was about 0.8 to 1%. But what the Legislative Yuan passed was 1.55%.
The current situation seems to be that the older generation had contributed less to the funds and have received more payouts. With an estimated 1.51 million people ready to retire in the next 10 years, it's little wonder that the government is in the red. According to the financial report, the premium, which currently stands at 10%, needs to be at 27.97% in order for the pension fund to break even. In 2017, the Executive Yuan did propose to raise the premium by half a percentage point every year, from 9.5% until it reaches 12%. However, it was met with an unexpected backlash. The Executive Yuan and the Labour Ministry returned to the drawing board and will present a new proposal at year's end to get lawmakers' support.
We have to be cautious, and there has to be complementary measures. Nobody wants to see a repeat of past mistakes, which led to public grievances and laborers' complaints. When we receive their drafts, we will proceed with negotiations. When party caucuses come to an agreement, the bill will go through legislative process.
In order to ensure that retirees get their money, the Labour Ministry continues to fight for funding, and lawmakers have been coming up with draft bills. DPP legislator Li Kunze has come up with a proposal that one source of funding should come from government subsidies. Meanwhile, KMT legislator Yang Chongying has proposed that the central bank should establish a reserve fund to create a buffer in order to relieve the government's financial pressure.
The pension is affected by the low birth rate. The government needs to tweak its demographic and immigration policies in order to solve this internal financial problem.
The pension involves finances as well as the demographic makeup of the nation. Reforming it is one of the biggest challenges facing the Tsai administration.